Okay, so I wanted to do cat school, Grandmaster cat school gear today. This is technically, I think this is Tucson. Where is Tucson? The wiki page says it is scavenger hunt. Head to this house from the northern points of the map. Will note it's locked when he get. Geralt will note it's locked when he gets there. Okay, let's get out of here. There's a side quest that gives you help. Do you know what it's called? I don't think I have it. Those are all the Tucson quests at the top, right? Yeah. Maybe I didn't find the right notice board. I can pick it up at the Grand Palace. Okay. Can I bump Ash Fiora? You definitely can. I'll get that bumped up after I'm done today. Alright, so... Looks like I want to go to here, thereabouts.
Cheap shenanigans. I can't see a thing through these cataracts.
This is why I normally don't like doing these. It says the Master quest is in this area somewhere. This way? Oh, it's got an exclamation point. I wonder if that's it.
Ah! Poor.
Yes, like you drunk in the gutter again.
Another murder by the horrid beast! Milton the Peyrak Peyran.
Greetings.
A witcher from the School of the Wolf, here in Tucson. Greetings. I'm Lazar Lafargue.
Geralt of Rivia. Seem pretty enthused. Got a job for me?
Rather. Mind you, it's no monster hunt, but I'm sure you'll be interested all the same. I'm an armorer, see, and I've for years sought diagrams for witcher armor of exceptional quality, Grandmaster level.
Heard of them. Never seen any, though. Thought they were lost.
Not quite. For I've been lucky enough to learn that their holders came to Tucson. Alas, they then perished, but I know where. I just need a partner to help me retrieve them.
If you know where to look, why not get them yourself?
No offense, but do I look like a rough-hewn adventurer? Besides, who would serve my clients while I romped about seeking them? No, I'd rather leave it to someone familiar with such matters. Bring me the diagrams, and from them I'll forge for you whatever you fancy.
All these diagrams somehow wound up in Tucson? How is that even possible?
Tusa was once home to Tien Sail, a legendary and now deceased elfin master armorer. Witches from all corners of the world came to him to forge their plate, their mail.
Heard about him. Supposed to have been the best.
And thus he charged a king's ransom for his work. Witches would take difficult, dangerous work to earn the coin to pay him. Some, alas, met with misfortune, and the diagrams they carried were left to rot with their earthly remains.
Hey, Wee
Got
McGee,
it.
thanks for the 29
Find
months.
them, find the diagrams. But how can I know where to look for their remains?
As it happens, I learned my trade at Genside's side. So I heard the stories of the missing witches firsthand. What he told me, well, that is what discouraged me from seeking the diagrams out myself.
Today's a good day, McGee.
Must strike a deal. I shall tell you all I know. In return, once you found the diagrams, you will let me draft a copy.
Where do I look for these diagrams?
I know of 5 likely fallen witches, each from a different school of the wolf, griffin, cat, bear, and manticore. Which should I start with?
Kitty,
Let's
please.
talk about the cat.
A year ago, Bartolome Delaunay, the ducal armorer, asked me to confirm the authenticity of a Witcher diagram he had received by messenger. You see, at the time he was working on new armor for the ducal guard. A Witcher from the School of the Cat offered to sell him diagrams for a full set of gear. The diagrams would have been helpful indeed.
The diagram you saw, was it really a Witcher diagram?
Beyond any doubt. It's a shame Delaunay didn't let me draft a copy. He was quite shaken up, afraid the Witcher might simply kill him and take his coin. Possibly a well-founded fear. Soon after, Delaunay disappeared without a trace. I would have searched his former home for clues, but it has fallen into disrepair, and it is simply too dangerous there.
I'd like to ask you about something else.
Get our stuff prepared while we're here. Can sell some of this stuff too. You have armor's repair kit. Should probably wait to sell some of these until I know what exactly we need for the master crafted stuff. Probably sell some of the silver ones. He's got a lot of dollar reduced, chat. I keep the set items for now. I win all the Gwent games. I have not been playing Gwent during our playthrough. If I want to play a card game, I play Runeterra.
His own cowardice. Claire has struck again. Citizens, beware of the beast.
That is a long way away. Do we have any signposts near there? I have some closer. Here's the windmill. So probably want to go here.
My good fellows, to the good book. You will find solace there. A friendly reminder from the book.
Who'd have thought?
It is very colorful. They did a really good job of making it feel like a different country. It's very bright, upbeat, and cheery compared to the average setting in Novigrad. It's more like fairy tale-esque with monsters than anything else. Whereas like the Novigrad setting is like more dark horror, it feels like. Oh look, there's a signpost sooner. God bless us, everyone. No hanging bodies, 0 out of 10, right? We're still 800 away, so probably want to ride the horse. Baruch. I assume I'm going to have to dig into some side quests. I plan to try and collect enough coin to get my fully mastercrafted gear. But I imagine that's going to take a little while, so we might end up doing some side quests past the main storyline to get that finished up. I want to reset my skill points too at some point and reconfigure a little bit since we have the mutagen upgrades now. I think I'm going to go collect the cat skull gear before I do that. What's going on, Spartan? I'm doing well today. Life is swell.
Hey-ya.
New president, new senate, new day. My daughter started this game after seeing you stream it. I assume your daughter's at least a teenager. This is one of the few games that I fully scoot my small children out of the room and don't allow them in when I play. It definitely has some adult themes in it. Past just the cutty hacky slashy. She's 21. Okay, yeah. No, yeah, it's great. It's really, really well done. Anybody that enjoys story-driven games like this game's Horizon Zero Dawn is probably the only thing that comes close to it.
Slow now. Whoa. Faster. Camp's abandoned, but a lot of this damage is recent. Guess I arrived just a little too late. Should look around still.
Wonder if there's stuff here. You know the motto, chat, stuff makes happy. Some food. Repair kit. It's a good pit stop. Should probably shields up while we're here. In case there's stuff lurking about. Alright, sure. Take some freebies. Bernie showed up to the inauguration in the coat from the memes and mittens. That's great.
Slow now.
Yeah, I agree, Super Lee. Like these games, and honestly, I think a big part of it is the last, and this tells how long it's been since I played story-driven games. Yeah, damn it, Roach. Is the fully voice acted in these newer titles really does a big way to show improve. You know what? All right, we're gonna walk. It's only 240 feet. You need something, dude? This is an adult game, so I need you to not be in here for this one. You may take the Switch though.
No, that's scary.
It gets scary. I love you.
But it's not that scary as the
I think the lack of voice acting is a big. I bounced off of Breath of the Wild pretty hard, and I think the lack of voice acting was a big part of that. It was just like a fully abandoned town. Feel like I should probably save for good measure. Looks like an enemy person on a horse.
The whole of us at once!
It's an uncomfortable looking position to die in. Howdy, Philippe. Yeah, I agree. The weapon durability in Breath of the Wild also killed it for me. So that was a bandit. So is this going to be filled with bandits up here?
Must be Delaune's residence. Gotta find a way inside.
Is there a comfortable way to die? Yes, lying in my own bed. There are, in fact, a bunch of bandits.
Circle him! Circle him!
I'm gonna attempt to try to not let them do what they just said, which is circle me. We're gonna try and kill the archer here.
You gave me... My soul cannot handle this. It simply cannot. Oh, Lebioda's wounds.
Calm down. It's over.
I thank you, sir. And you must forgive me my momentary loss of composure. Are you in need of accoutrements, monsieur?
He must have been their prisoner, huh?
Villa looks abandoned. You its owner?
More its temporary steward. By order of the Treasury Minister, I am to serve as caretaker of Count Delaune's properties and estates. The Count is missing. Yet, no one at the palace warned me. Villafedet is the lair of bandits. That is to say, it was, but is no more. Thanks to your heroism, Monsieur Witcher.
Looking for scrolls, manuscripts, bearing diagrams of Witcher gear specifically. Any chance you've happened on any?
I've not yet managed to inventory the sundries. I arrived just a short while ago. The bandits arrived with their terror, but you may ferret about if you so wish.
What do you have that you're willing to sell?
Hey, Ghost, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hooglandia. I can probably sell some of these. That's raw meat. Miscellaneous crap we want to get rid of. Probably dump some of this stuff from the other section. These are worth a lot. Some of the animal hides.
Thanks. So long.
Hey, Paula, thank you for the 34 months. Really appreciate that. Welcome back. Some quill pusher court has been sniffing around. Don't reckon I need to explain why I don't like that, nor how much. Here to find the clerk and kill him, burn the building, anybody in there with him. The noose, no raping, no impaling, keep it simple, then head back to the runes quick. I've got another job for you. What pleasant people. What pleasant individuals. Did we convert our other money? No, I haven't. I should do that. Do I need to go back to, what's it called to do that? Do I need to go back to Novigrad to convert it, or is there a bank here? That's a good way to put it. No raping is a nice sentiment, but the fact that it needs to be specified in an order is disturbing. That is a very concise way. Read the letter. I've received your letter. I'm delighted you have found a solution to your problems. The Witcher you described does indeed seem dangerous, and you yourself always told me they are all freaks and cold-hearted murderers. Despite that, I think you should agree to his offer. The diagrams surely do outline revolutionary new methods in armor smithing. Not only will you be able to complete the contract for her grace has given you, but you will have a great deal of glory yourself. Going to the bandits who dwell in the ruins of the palace for its protection is a wise move. If the knights could not get the best of them, a Witcher will feel duly crowned in their crowd in their presence.
Another tale of a life compromised and ultimately claimed by greed and ambition.
Oh, a mutagen transformation. Nice. So we need to head to another area to get the rest of the stuff. We'll look around in here some more. There's probably more stuff we can loot. I assume we're going to need an exorbitant amount of resources to build Grandmaster stuff. So I'd like to loot everything we can. But like the expansion, it's been really good. I heard mixed things from people on whether or not they liked this DLC or the other one more, and I definitely like this one better. I like that there's like a look and feel of this other world, of this other land. It's very unique and different from the rest of it, from the rest of the base game. And it seems like they did a good job expanding like mutagens and other things like that. It's locked. He told me I could ferret around. The rest of these areas locked. I assume that's probably the only one I can get in then. The other DLC wasn't bad, but I like this one more. Here's a bank in Tucson, okay. Can I buy a Witcher skill point reset potion somewhere here, or do I need to go back? Do I need to go back for that too? That's just locked, rude. I wonder what the key we found was for. Oh, does this guy have it?
Hails!
What do you have that you're willing to sell?
Dies. Yeah, you can disable the fisheye on the Witcher senses, but I kind of like it. I'm also not sure if I want to spend the 1,000 gold on that right away. I probably do. Oh, I bet the key opens the front door. Yeah, that's what it is. I should probably save now that we cut through all that. I think I mapped out how I want to configure my skills last night when I was thinking about it. We looked at, I think I've been using Igni currently, but where is it? Signs can deal critical hits. I want to unlock this one and then unlock Piercing Cold. And I think I want to use Ard instead of fire, dealing a bunch of ice and cold damage. Sounds sweet. Sounds better than lighting people up. Dump points into crippling strikes for now. And then I'm not using Rend at all, so I'm gonna get rid of those skill points, I think. And then I think I want to take either Undying or the dodge bonus, fleet-footed, damage reduced while dodging. I tend to duck around a lot, so taking less damage while dodging sounds really appealing. Based on my playstyle. I like that they give you lots of different ways to build the character to fight through things. They do a good job of that. Well, I meant to put Keen up before I went in, and then I ignited and whoa! Speaking of dodging around.
Mistake.
Life is beautiful, death even more so. Death comes for you.
Yeah, bandit camp for some more people that we can kill for their loot sounds great. Wow. Whoa. Well, the loot is definitely a step up. A step up in the expansion. Good stuff. Richer lands, richer bandits. That's true, actually. That makes sense. Well, I mean, it's not like I can return it to the people that the bandits killed. You are nearing the base of operations of an outlaw gang known as Hans. Be particularly wary and prepared for a tough fight. These bandits are well organized and when attacked might call for help from neighboring camps. To prevent this, kill bandits running with torches towards signal fires. Oh, that's interesting.
Bandit Camp Delaunay wrote about. Gotta be.
Well, shit. Cannot save right now. Well, I guess that makes sense. I mean, they're guards. They have to stay close to the thing they're guarding. Did they leash? Yeah, kinda. I mean, they probably also don't want to come back. Yeah, we're practically got one shot in there, so I'm gonna put my shield up, let my food thing come back up. And then we can rush back in and try and dodge a little better. Can we save yet? Nope. The fighty music stopped. Sick. Alright, good. Well, hey, the good news is we're going to have a lot of loot to sell to try and get our Grandmaster armor. Our map has more red X's in the no-no section of the video store.
At once!
Faction reinforcements! Get away!
Come on, come get some. Your sword having chance to ignite is real good. Yeah, bleed him out.
Grab them! Grab the harlot's root!
Never learn.
Probably want to repair my sword. Hey, Dr. Jazza. It's a good day. And based on what that thing said at the start, I don't think we prevented them from calling for help, so it looks like we just cut our way through them all, huh? Which is probably fine. Ridding the world of more bandit camps is probably a net positive. I want to say how happy I am for you branching out for your comfort zone of magic and still being successful. Hope this little message of positivity helps you through your day. Thanks, Richard. I really appreciate it. And thanks for still being here. Thanks for dropping in for some Witcher and for the support. I wouldn't be able to do this without folks like you, so thanks for keeping me around. Get all their idiots over here, and then we can start looking for Witcher gear. Ooh. Organizational chart for the house. We can climb up top. I wonder if there's more idiots up top. Feel like you should shield for good measure. Oh, damn it, Geralt. Oh yeah, there's a big boss up here. Got it.
No! Come through him!
Mistake.
Good night. Well, those weren't my Witcher gear diagrams I'm looking for. Are these them? Nope. More resources though. Won't say no to those. Armor die, sure. It's a cute little camp they had for themselves. Explore the runes, find the diagrams. He's just sitting up here watching us kill his buddies, yeah. Probably should have come down and helped them. Oh, sweet. And once we clear it out, they come take it back over. That makes sense. Sure. Let me do all the work, and then you ride in with 40 horses and 40 dudes. You're welcome. Glad to be of service. Running through more of these camps is probably good if we end up needing more money. You've destroyed the base and killed its leader that's put an end to its power in the area, deprived their leader. Sweet.
Behold, Geralt the Witcher, the scourge of Starling Kraken at his hands. Bravo, you old bog basher!
Bleeding lumbago. I did not get a wink last night. How's it? Works hard on the nerves, eh?
Am I missing an area of the runes that I need to go into to find these diagrams? I feel like I must be. So that one up top.
Rough horse will talk without some carrot to move it.
White-haired Witcher. I've seen that dome before.
May history's wheel roll onward.
It's near the signal fire on the north end. I guess I didn't go this way. Got it. There must be a part that I just haven't hit yet. It all went off without a hitch, proved a Ponzi fool just like I thought. Witcher fell right into our tramp too, put too much stock in his skills and thought he could handle anything. At first we acted like bored thugs, just picking our nose, waiting for our pay. One bolt from the black took care of Delani.
Witcher and armorer. Oh, that shit luck. Pits of Broom. Strange name for a series of caverns. Should investigate. Wonder if the bandits got the treasure out of the cave.
Alright. I guess it would have been too easy if all the diagrams had been here, huh? What did I miss? Catch you later, Jerry. Holy crap. The loot here really is a cut above. Couple other monsters over here. Toxic buggers though.
Some stench.
Shit, that's a big one.
Kicking more eggs. Need to incinerate these to hatch.
Mutant crabs. Yazi, thanks for the follow. If you're still here, sorry I missed that. We're probably in the middle of the bandit camps. Appreciate you dropping in. It is a creepy plant. You're not wrong.
Need to look around.
Shields up. How's the princess doing? I assume you mean Haley? Haley's great. Crawling all around and into everything. Bigger every day. We are Navier. And there's the last of them. Burned all my bridges, no returning possible, not after I committed murder and took those Grandmaster diagrams, probably already on my tail. Hope to finish the deal quick and start a new life in the South. My time as a Witcher is over. Can't trust Delaney, especially since he insisted we meet in a bandit's den. Hid the diagrams in a cave which no ordinary men will be able to enter. If everything goes smooth, I'll collect my coin and tell him the cash is in the pit, and offer to escort him there for an additional fee. Guess it didn't work out for him.
The urge to drop it all and ride off into the sunset. This one decided to act on the urge. Costs be damned. Diagrams have a sad history, but I'll make good use of them.
Hey, Coconut. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Can I get back up out of here? No? Can I walk around maybe? Alright, let's find out. Let's find out how many body parts this Grandmaster gear is gonna cost me, huh? We have a pretty good supply of stuff built up, but I imagine the Mastercrafted stuff wasn't cheap, and I imagine this is gonna be even less so. It's a pretty end game thing. I imagine they want to make you work for. If I can get at least 3 of them for half the set bonus to start, that would be nice. Oh, this is the area I happened through earlier. Got it. Yeah, we have a lot of loot.
Man, bled to death. Big beast inflicted these wounds. Clear from the claw marks. Must have a toothy smile too, judging by what ripped his throat open.
That's pleasant. It ain't a trading post no more.
Don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
Oh, that defaulted back to the other quest. Because I finished that one. Where do I need to go? I was like, that was really close. I need to go down to here. Alright, we'll probably start that here today. I've got a couple more hours yet before I want to be done. Such a pretty city.
Now drink us some ficky pudding.
Oh, we have strumpets in this land too, chat. Oldest profession. Drunks.
You stand no chance against us. This face no ointment could help. Greetings. I hope your search goes well.
Managed to find something already.
Wonderful. I shall draft a copy. This is good. This at last will earn me the title of Grandmaster. I thank you, Witcher.
Would you craft something for me?
Of course.
Infused Sylar hide. Enriched Demeridium plate. 4,500 coin. And these are just for the shoes. So this is 52 plus 900, that's 6 grand. I guess we can look and see if we can craft the hide or the plate. And this needs multiple hide and multiple plate plus 4 grand for that. Enriched ingot. Oh, the sword's less than I was expecting. Maybe we'll get the swords done. Enriched Demeridium ingot. I was expecting Demeridium to be the top one, but I guess it makes sense that they go above that. He did gauge the world's oldest profession for some coin. You're not wrong. Ooh, I have all the parts. All right, so I'm gonna need 2 more of these, and that's a sapphire. So I can get either silver or steel sword right away. Yeah, I only have 1 sapphire. I feel like the silver sword probably goes further. The monsters seem to be harder to kill than the humans for the most part. So I think Grandmaster Silver Sword is going to be my first pickup. Infused hide and enriched demeridium plate. Alright, what does the infused hide take to make? Well, I can make 2 of these. Okay. Yeah, I can sell some stuff too. When these take 2 ingots. Well, that's brutal. We might go find more diagrams just for the sake of looting through people while we earn them. Let's repair our stuff. Anything worth dismantling? Doesn't look like it. I think I'm just selling all of these. Not interested in the heavy armor. Okay, so we're up to almost 10 grand. I think we can get another piece or two. Honestly, I probably want to get the second sword before I get armor. Leather scraps, sapphire, and enriched ingot. Well, I could theoretically just pay for these outright, right? You could technically... We could just dodge. Oh, hey, look, leather scraps from my ass ears. That's exactly what we need. I wonder if I have anything that gives me a sapphire. Diamond, pearl, ruby. Hey, look, a sapphire. So it saves us a little bit of that. And I just need to buy... So I can spend 6 grand and get this 7 grand, basically. So for this, I need regular ore. I'm also missing acid extract. And then if I get 2 of those, I can get one of these. And these were 2 grand normally. Demeridium ore. It's sad that I don't need the ingots anymore, but I guess I can break down those. Oh, is venom extract the thing I needed? Is there a way to sort this stuff in here? So I could break these down for 243 to get the ore. Oh, they gave me 2 each. That's great. Okay, I think that was efficient. I think we have the steel sword now. And it only cost us like 4 grand. Okay, and then the gear sets give us a bonus if we have 3 of them. So ideally we want to try and craft a 3rd here. I technically have enough to buy one of these plates and then still craft the trousers, huh? So do we get the trousers or do we get the boots? The boots are actually more expensive. The pants are pretty cheap. Alright, I'd like one pair of pants, please. Alright, so we're gonna need a bunch of stuff to finish this off later. But we're done for now. So this I need hide and enriched. And boots, I need hide and enriched. There's like hide and enriched for all of it. I assume gauntlets are more of the same. Hide and enriched. Okay.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
Strong attacks increase fast attack damage for 5 seconds by 10% for each piece of the set. Rear attacks deal 50% more damage and stun opponents at the cost of adrenaline points. That's sick. So we made our numbers go up, and we got our first set of what do our pants look like? They're about the same. We got bigger sword numbers, and really who doesn't want bigger sword numbers, Chip? Visit the bootleg during his working hours. I think we're ready for that. Are we leveled up? We are. Let's put an extra point into here for now. The next 1,000 gold we get is probably going to go to resetting my Witcher skills. Save since we went through all of that.
A return to traditional values and morals. That is the remedy for Toussaint's problems.
He does look good with the beard. I'm glad it grew back in. Feels good, man. After that damn ghost that possessed us cut it off.
You deaf or you deaf?
Just casual thugs hanging out. Strumpets and thugs must be that part of town, chat.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather? I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
All you need to know is, long as I'm here, you're not gonna touch the boy.
Is that so? Then we'll come find him once you're gone.
Try it, and I'll find you.
Is that a threat?
That's a promise.
Leave the kid be and piss off.
Oh no. No northern sheep diddler insults us. We'll
Sheep
pummel this swine
diddler.
first, then spank the piglet. Get him! Bad move.
God, I hate the fist fights.
Vagrant,
Circle him! Circle him!
damn it.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Obstructing my investigation.
Understood. Right. A few days in the clink ought to teach them not to impede official duchy business. Come on.
Next time we should just pull the swords out and cut them down.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Wait, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stamp. A seat, sir, please. So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
No way. Not about to contribute to your shady venture. You'll tell me what you know, for free.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. As you wish, sir. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron. Gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him?
Did we just Jedi mind trick this kid? We did.
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right...
The way enemies level with quests makes sense from a game design point of view, but it's funny how fist fight with local drunks never get easier no matter how many epic monster fights you have. Yeah, I agree. I mostly skip the fist fighting because I don't really enjoy it, but I think my one complaint / critique of the DLCs is the non-optional fist fights. I'd much rather just be able to, like, these guys want to, like, try and punch me, I'd rather just draw my sword and cut them up. That's what they deserve for attacking a Witcher.
Now I shall seek you a soul.
Red door. One the bootblack mentioned. Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Dettlaff, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
He here? Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
Due to non-payment of rent, the premises used for shopkeeping purposes, not complying, eviction notice shall cause a custodial scene to be imposed on the debtor. That's sad. The toy shop ran out of money, chap. For a long time, I asked my parents to buy me a toy. Mummy always cries and says we haven't got any money. Daddy gets cross when I ask him when he will earn some, and once he nearly hit me. This whole shop is depressing, Chad. I'm done reading things in this shop.
Recently.
None of the pieces of paper tell happy stories, Chad.
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently. Nice little trinket. Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys. Somebody fixed this recently. Attic, let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Dettlaff van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renawed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Dettlaff killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Afternoon, Runberg.
Any idea what it could be? Dettlaff have any enemies?
Indeed. Dettlaff gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Dettlaff yourself. Whoever it is, It is someone new.
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off perhaps by a bout of Dettlaff's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Dettlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Dettlaff is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Dettlaff ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renowed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find out.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more. Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. That Renowed?
I don't know. As I said, I never met her.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though. Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune.
Indeed. Not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently.
Is that the lady in black from the tavern? Yeah, it could be.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Dettlaff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter. All of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire, but I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Dettlaff's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Dettlaff's innocence, clearly.
Actually, it is. Dettlaff's being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him into a tool, making him kill.
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must find Renowed, render the blackmail senseless. The lunatic or ticks will thus lose hold on Dettlaff.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Dettlaff? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Dettlaff and I both.
Well, in a way, our assessment of the murder was being done by a person was kind of accurate. There's definitely a person behind it. Just not in the direct way that we expected.
Turned upside down.
Why are the worst monsters always the people, chat?
Bums age like wine.
They're always the people. So many big scaries and humans are always the worst.
Fair and Beauclair, all's right and fair.
Alright, Roach. Damn it, Roach. Alright, fine. I'm walking. We'll come up here a little bit and then call him. There we go. Take two.
A cockerel in your cut piece is worth two in the bush.
Our horse is dead, Roach.
It's no laughing.
Summoning a witcher? Was that truly necessary? And listen at her nights.
Yeah, the monsters just are, right? Humans choose to be evil.
Keep calm. Start no
Here in
cross.
Beauclair, all's right and fair.
By the way, Jeff, I started the Horizon Zero Dawn playthrough a couple of days ago. I'm not usually the open world quest / explore type games, but this one's engrossing, pretty great, so pretty and great combat. Yeah, big agree. It also Horizon Zero Dawn does a good job too. While it is technically open world, it does a good job of holding your hand and letting you just like plow through in the direction you need to go. That's one of the only games that comes close to Witcher for me. It's really well done. Kind of excited to see the palace. This whole area is very pretty.
To be honest, every last man Jacques in these parts has but wine and women on the brain.
Phew, stinky.
Thanks, Hacksaw. It's a good day.
Master Witcher. I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you returned with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Whoa, this is work for a Witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a Witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best. 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can stand up to that.
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
A vampire, we just said. Did we
Creatures
stutter,
like this one.
Duchess?
Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What then do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Hey, Half Quarter, thanks for the 27 months. Welcome back. This guard has major. The scientists are wrong because of my Facebook research vibes. Aren't we the expert? We are.
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. As soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, Wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
He's the wine whisperer, chat.
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Sarre Tour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint-Réal, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint-Réal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Saint-Réal. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Saint-Réal, it is Saint-Réal. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
She strikes me as someone that could swing a sword as far ahead. That wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of good things to like about Geralt, to be fair, Shinzu.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Sangreal is French for real blood, seems a bit on the nose. Yeah.
Come evening, I'm off to the wells, quick as a flash. Those girls can't find
Wine is sacred.
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this. Help! Save us!
Whoa there, Roach.
Back you! Be gone! Help! Save us! Be gone!
Done.
done for.
They were
Thank
fortunately
you.
happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Hooray!
They summoned a witch.
Faster.
Hey, thanks for dropping in regardless, Minnie. No more Trump Day indeed. God bless us, everyone.
Tell me more about this vineyard, Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Toussaint. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
Jumping up and down,
He's
thanks
held
for the
his
follow.
post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stay.
Chillionaire's dad is beads. I can have fun with these. God bless.
Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
You can save up to bump decks in the queue still, too.
Steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
You can't pull one over on me, Witcher. I can see you're
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed?
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Game to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia. a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabrizio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
Some of this wine might have been stolen. Just a suspicion we have, but any burglaries lately?
Burglaries? Not to my knowledge. And a few days past I took stock of the inventory. All was accounted for. The barrels lie safely in the cellar, I assure you.
The Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace, how am I to understand this?
Master Fabrizio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things.
Or one of your royal people put out the hits.
You lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
Poor dude.
We shall wait here, Master von Tucson.
Happy to be hanging out with you fine folks again. Last time I was here, we were still playing Magic. Been a hot
He has
second
his
jumping.
flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He
We're pretty
owes
deep
all
into
he
my
has
Witcher
to
playthrough here, if you're
his
familiar with
father
this one.
frittered
And I still
away
do card games in the mornings, playing Runeterra
He
stuff.
left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabrizio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
The nobility disdain for common folk is probably pretty accurate.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Nah, I haven't touched quite jumping. Runeterra lets you buy exactly the cards you want directly without having to deal with booster packs and random BS, so the idea of getting into another card game that's more random loot boxes like Magic just doesn't sound appealing.
Herveloos. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Got Pomino over here.
Been watching SCG from like 7 years ago, and I saw Wild Young Jeff the other day. Yeah, that was about when I started. 2014, yeah, 2015. That's a little bit after. 2012 was when I first started playing tournaments. Sangreal 2070.
Sangreal. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
There are notes on these ones up here? Doesn't look like it. Ah, the owl costume. 68.
Sangreal. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Damn it. Sorry, milady. Assume it's the last one. Yeah, of course.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
This one is full.
This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Full. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sangreal? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Wooden hammer for tapping barrels. Got the taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
I think you missed the cup there, lady.
So?
I'd recognize this taste anywhere. This one is good.
Don't you ruin it by opening it? So we just like ruining all these bottles of wine? All these kegs of wine? 'Cause you got it. You're supposed to keep it sealed, right? While it's fermenting.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Well, so much for the royalty being in on it. Sounds like this guy just got robbed.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
He's having none of his shit.
Grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sorial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
Afternoon Vok.
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what
Greedy
is
idiot.
a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the Pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sorial. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrian aristocrat at court.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his
High treason. Sold the wine charged with treason.
What now, Witcher?
We set a trap.
Man.
To catch the wine thieves. Sintry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say.
We can't even get treason for people that commit a coup here in the U.S.
See no reason to wait.
And they're charging treason for wine theft? Good lord.
Now, position ourselves before you arrive. You'll take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
Wine is sacred. Ooh.
Relax. Now we wait.
He sold wine. It's not some petty thing like asking foreign governments to manipulate our election.
Our favorite vintner.
Not exactly.
It's not him.
Well, Richard, now! All together!
Ow! Someone please kill the archers for frick's sake. Like, kept putting our shield up and then we get hit by an arrow and it blow. The soldiers really weren't particularly useful.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Don't need to like each other. Just gotta do our jobs.
If that's how you wish to treat it. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to Her Grace. She awaits nearby.
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
The Master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions.
We do have very pretty equipment. We've worked on it well. We just upgraded our swords to Grandmaster today.
Captain. Do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Once again, who sent you?
No fear in this dude.
Your nun's lover. They call him.
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Oughta be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
Meg, thanks for the follow.
Cintrian.
Welcome to the channel.
That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
I'll join you. We'll meet there.
We shall await your arrival.
I got bandit bodies to loot. Look at all these X's, chat. Woo! I'm glad we waited. Finishing our Witcher gear upgrades ain't gonna be cheap. They just leave the cart with the wine here? Oh, there's this too. 500 florins? Sick. Witching ain't cheap, son. You're not wrong. This open? Nope. Rats. Never lucky. How do you get up over there? I think there's more stuff. Death or monster now? It's probably death, right? Probably preferable. So the recommended level for this quest, just 42. We're way above that, chat. That's true too. Yeah, being strung up in a tree is definitely not preferable. That's certain death, and the monster's probably not going to be quick about it. Getting roped up doesn't sound particularly pleasant.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
Kids there just hanging out at 2 a.m.
I can see you're a kid.
Her Grace awaits inside.
Here at last. We lack only Damien now. I'm worried something might have happened to him.
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
You're not wrong.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? The port warehouse where the wine was delivered. We identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
The Mandragora? What's that?
A club, an affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours, and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude a mystique, consciously, I think, behaving like an exclusive cabal, artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Shattered Knee doesn't sound pleasant at any times, but I agree, in a medieval setting it's probably worse than a modern one.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville in Mountebank Alley.
Oh, I think I sold my nice clothes. Damn it. Oh, putting on nice clothes is optional. Well then.
I should double the patrols.
Should we put nice clothes on? Should we make her happy? What gear is that? This is cat school.
You can't pull one over on me, Witcher. I can see you're a killer.
I think we have enough money to probably go get decent clothes. You're 617. That sounds expensive. You might get charged with treason. That's fair. Oh, they killed the dude. Well, that's unfortunate.
Didn't look like locals. Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
Contract on a Witcher. They nailed our likeness quite well, Chip.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flouted its writ and brought in chain.
40 and fight music wasn't something I know I needed, but I'm all for it. Shave and they will never hunt us again. But then we'd have to be without our beard, Chip.
Quite the fragrant wind.
Nice tune.
I'm gonna go without putting clothes on and see what she says. I think
Here
it'll be
in
fine.
Beauclair, all's right and fair.
Disperse! The exhibition of the Reginald Aubrey monument
George
will remain
Saraki.
closed. Further notice.
Oh, the Witcher! The one the Duchessa summoned.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Oh, Geralt, Geralt. I knew I should have taken you to the palace, handed you over to my tailor. Whatever are you wearing?
Sorry, I didn't have time to change.
Luckily, I prepared for just such an eventuality. Here, don this doublet. Its cut is all
Perfect, chat. Look at that. Got out of it for free.
Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
She knew who she was dealing with, yep.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Well...
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Mm-hmm.
Some things
Wise
never
people
change,
hide
Jeff.
weapons. They'd not have
There
let us in
are
otherwise.
assholes getting handsy in the 1300s. Plot armor covers up the scar, yep.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaviri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Search the alcoves for men with a Kaviri orchid in her hair. Can we take samples?
Fear taking a bath.
Geralt might actually. He might actually fear taking a bath.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paint balls, cast them on canvas.
Discover your artistic soul. Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you are modern art?
Quite the noble color. Splendid.
Or a deeply internalized fear of intellect.
We're using Bob's style. That's fair.
It's not a landscape, Clem. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Are we an artist chat? Do you appreciate my art?
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
A drunk person would have a blast making this out of the park. You're not wrong.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil. And defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
The great one.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centrian noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it. But I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift. A heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Casual nudity like that, as long as it's part of the storytelling of the game, is fine. But, like, those, like, really awful, like, basically hentai games, those types of things are banned.
Exception.
Or will get you banned, are not allowed.
Ever loved to meet him. It's a shame.
But a random boob here or there is not a big deal.
It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for power and
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look,
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life. Trickly refuse.
It's not so much so long as it's not a sex scene, as much as it's so long as the purpose of the game isn't just to watch characters have sex. Yeah, so long as it's not like the explicit and only purpose of the game. Oh, look, food for later.
someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Empty, heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Yeah. It shouldn't be the focus of the content, but it's allowed to exist.
Bloody colorful, that's what.
Shades of gray.
A true talent paints like the great one.
Bloodhound Geralt is on the case chat.
My heart's about to burst.
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
Can't hurt. Can't hurt, chat.
He'll definitely
Take a
come.
little luck.
Don't worry.
How can you be so sure?
Brother dearest.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come. We must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh. Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
It's a big culture thing in the United States. Me too.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs. That must be Cecilia.
Well, that's unfortunate.
No.
Tying up a loose end, it looks like.
Too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana. At once. She should bring her soiree to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
I mean, to be fair, Ergo, Witcher 3 was kind of a disaster when it first released too. It was buggy and glitchy.
Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Went out on the balcony. Bloody handprint. It's his. Bloody handprint. It's his. Must have climbed this ladder. Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
Well, I guess we won't loot the place.
Bloodstains. links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Hunting knife, richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Locked. No key in sight. Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like.
That probably doesn't bode well for the person that owns this place. Am I missing anything? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer.
I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail.
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
All right, sure. You're not wrong.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes, he stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether.
Feel like we're about to learn more history, chat.
My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
It's always family shit.
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Sienna knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Sounds like a lovely person worth missing.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Sienna received it from father as a gift, at a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Sienna is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire. We are lending our combined resources to the Witcher's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are...
Is she a vampire?
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster?
It did. And her saying she could handle herself earlier.
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see, sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith. An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly
Vampires.
exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Oriana, she really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the 2nd bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends. This Detlaff, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count Delacroix' mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Meet at the mill after midnight. Alrighty. Alright. Let me go on for almost 3 hours on Witcher today. Yikes. This game's great. I am planning to be back tomorrow. We'll do some more runes here in the morning and some more Witcher in the afternoon. If you're new to the channel, thanks for dropping in today. If you're just new to my Witcher 3 playthrough, if you're interested in seeing all of it, we did the full storyline of the base game, as well as the first DLC before this one, and it's all up on my YouTube channel now. I'm heading off for the afternoon. Everybody stay safe out there. Peace, folks.